Welcome back to another episode of The Truth Is. I am your knowledge professor, Patient 3.0, the EDM and drum step vocalist, Zombie Supreme. As I always say, this is a special series, one-off series called The Truth Is, which has nothing to do with my actual brand, but it does have everything to do with the knowledge that I have to offer and what I observe frequently within the world in my environment. Okay, so if you like this episode, this series at all, please go ahead and hit the like button. Okay, hit my likes. Yes, and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we can get this going. Yes. So today's episode is called Overworked and Underpaid. And you know, it's been true for a lot of people, especially when you're at the bottom, for a while, for quite a long time. But now with the world that we find ourselves in after pandemic in countries like America, the UK, and whatnot, other developed countries, you know what I'm saying, that it's more true than ever. Those of us at the bottom are holding down sometimes 2-3 jobs. We don't know how to sleep. We don't really know what sleep is. We sleep when we can. Nothing. You're just overworked all the time. You're working past 12 hours. Maybe some of you working 16 hours a day. Some of you are crazy working 20. Barely getting 2 hours of sleep. And your body cannot run off of that. That's not how it was made. But because you don't understand money, because all the decisions that you make in your life, which is not completely your fault at all, it's an unfair system, knowledge that was held back from you has led you to you and many people who are left to spin their wheels, barely be able to afford to keep a roof over their heads. And if you got kids, it's even worse, because more dependence means more money you have to spend just to keep them alive, let alone yourself. And so you find yourself in a perpetual state of fatigue. And let me tell you something, overworking and not sleeping enough and not getting the right kind of diet, when the three trifectas are not presently being done correctly for a human animal, okay, then trouble ensues and starts to roll on in. If you are not sleeping correctly, if you are not exercising, if you are not eating properly for the most fairly good time, not perfect, not today's age, fairly good diet, if those three are not in place, then you are in major trouble. You are in major trouble for a trip to the hospital. You're in major trouble for fainting, fatigue, and you're in major trouble for death. Because overworking can kill somebody relatively young. And if it doesn't kill you, your mind, the most valuable thing you have in your body, your brain, will be mentally disturbed for years to come. Unless you fix it, something intervenes and you turn it around and you actually know how to manage the money that you make now better. You learn how to maybe keep a budget or something and whatnot. I know some of you out there are keeping budgets and you're writing things down and whatever. You keep a track of your money the best you can. It's still not enough, but you're the minority, because a lot of people who are just working class or even middle class, they're not doing that. So they don't even know, because the numbers tell you, the money tells you, if you know what's going in and coming out, tells you how hard you have to work, How many days you have to work? Have you written down your goals and how much money it's going to cost you for those? What are you sacrificing so that you can work less and get more life and more relief and maybe actually get some more sleep and some exercise and whatever? Because if you're just overworking, this is especially a lot of single people. They're out there just overworking and working, going, spinning in circles, but they don't have any kind of idea what they're bringing in, what's going out. They're just spending money as it comes in. No regard. Everything's on impulse. It's just a horrendous cycle that many people find themselves in, young, and they get older and they have these same money habits. And money affects every part of our life. And if you're not even in control of the money that you're making at all, you don't deal with the numbers at all, you're going to be in a world of hurt, because many of you cannot afford to have somebody that can take care of the money for you or anything like that. It's all you. It's a hard knock life. But you make it harder with the decisions that you make to not sit down and do the thing that you don't like, but you have to do, because it's going to make your life a lot better by knowing what's going in and what's coming out and what moves to make next with your money. That can tell you whether you need to work more or less. Maybe I can cut this down, cut this back, cut this off, so that I can actually work less and get more rest for work. But there's a lot of you not even doing that. You're just going and going and going and spinning your wheels round and round. And so just like the picture up here with this guy who basically is dead, but somehow he's still working. He's just a skeleton now. It's really just a metaphor for what millions of Americans are going through, whether middle class or not. Or you're somebody that's trying to own a business and you have to work a 9 to 5, or you're just the only employee in your own business, honey, trying to do everything your damn self with no machine, no automation at all. Are you crazy? Especially these days with all these machines and robots. Are you crazy? No, ma'am. No. You need to think about how you can restructure your life by first starting to have an honest conversation with yourself and actually come up with a plan, a financial plan. I know some of you just don't know where to start. You're not good with numbers. You don't like math, all that, but math literally controls our life. Numbers are everything, and numbers are everywhere. Numbers are the reason why you could even work in the first place for somebody else. And so you have to get a handle on that. See, I didn't like the math. I didn't always do so good with math except for just subtraction and addition, and that's all you need. All you really need also is a calculator. You don't even have to do anything in your own mind. I use a calculator for everything, and I get a little Excel sheet and I write down what I make. I write down my expenses, everything. Cause I need to learn to say to myself, how much do I actually need to work? What lofty goals am I going after? What's the price of things? What am I paying for rent? If I have kids, how can I still provide for them but spend less? And the only way that you know that is by actually knowing what's coming in, what's going out, and what you're spending money on every day. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, that's all I had to say. Hopefully you got something from this. My name is Peyton 3.0, the EDM and drum step vocalist Zombie Supreme. All right, and press the like button if you like this. Share it with somebody if you think they can get something out of this that could actually save their life. Save your own life. Save somebody else's life, please. Save each other's lives. save your family's life if they're overworked and underpaid. Okay, because you may not even be underpaid. You may just be spinning your wheels and not paying attention to what you're even making. It's spending on impulse or out of necessities for survival. Those are two things that will always mess you over, always fuck you over, basically, in the end, daily, making your struggle even more impossible to overcome. See, I'm about solutions. I'm not about spinning my wheels in problems day in and day out. So anyway, these socials are for my diehard fans that are in the EDM community, electronic dance music. If you don't even know what that is, it's not for you. If you do know what that is, but you don't like EDM, well, these are not for you, except for one of these social medias, which is sessionslive.com. If you'd like to hear great singing, this platform is for musicians only. It's a live streaming platform for musicians. I go live every day on it. So if you want to come support me, request your favorite song for me to sing, hey, that would be great. So sessionslive.com/Peyton30662, as it does say in the URL under the Sessions Live. Put that in your browser. My page pops up. Okay. And press the follow button, because follow is free, subscribe is not. Although I'd appreciate your money. And put your email in, create a screen name, get an avatar, and you're good to go. And it'll send you email updates for when I go live. Well, thank you so much for staying to the end. You're a true trooper. Thank you to all the Zombitrons /Peytonators. I'll see you on the next episode of The Truth Is. Bye-bye.